back to the episode Last Hour. Today we're returning with an episode chock full of brand spanking new things, including another new update to the transport hub, adding some new enemies over there, a new crafting bench, the electronics table, and a few additional recipes that have been added into the game as well. We're going to be making our way back to the Forlorn Fair, and we should be able to unlock stage 2. And what better way to begin than with a little 6th anniversary present right over here. Wha-bang! Let's open it up, and this is our reward for literally just logging in. I had to do nothing special to get this, but I got it. We got a set of this motorcycle armor, which is just kind of cool, a pistol, which is always nice, and then we also got a pretty cool little hiking backpack over here as well. So let's go ahead and throw that puppy on, and of course, we are going to want to grab an outfit that kind of matches the vibes of the whole hiking thing as well. And honestly, being draped in the skin of one of our arch nemesis is the wolf. Just kidding. Me and the wolves are pretty chill, all things considered. But this definitely gives major hunter vibes, which matches the new backpack pretty swimmingly, if you ask me. And as you can tell from our stuff in the inventory, yeah, we're gonna be busy bees today. We're gonna have to come back and grab even more stuff, because I tell you what, that is not gonna be enough for what we got planned today. And so let's kick things off by throwing a little bit of food into Lexi's playpen so she tags along with us for today's shenanigans. And oh, also I need to grab the drone. That boy's been charging. Yeah, how you doing, drone? Nice and fully charged. That will definitely be coming in handy, because actually I love using the drone at a certain part of the at a certain part of the Forlorn Fair, so that is gonna be perfecto. And also just, I mean, I kind of covered like the main stuff we're gonna be doing today, right? But there's also a few other things I want to highlight, because this update, the 6th anniversary update that introduced the second week of the Forlorn Fair, primarily also introduced like a few like little hidden things as well that weren't as like apparent. Some of those, of course, being some of those new recipes that I was talking about that we are going to be able to craft workbenches for back at our base. There is now more bookshelf space, and one of those secret additions was actually the fact that you can literally zoom out on the world map and also zoom in, which is just kind of like a cool little thing that they introduced, which I mean kind of coincides with the fact that we are going to be getting some major map expansions very soon from what the end of the drone quest line seems to tell us, because there's a suburb location over here that we are very close to unlocking. Hopefully we'll be able to do that by the next episode. But yeah, we got this little like zoom feature over here, which is pretty handy. They also added in the ability to actually play ads to both skip like workbench timers, and also if you die, you can actually watch an ad, and then when you spawn back at your base, you'll spawn with all of your stuff. Unfortunately, that one you cannot do from a raid, because I can see why they perhaps did that, because that would be probably a pretty freaking OP, all things considered. So I kind of understand where they're coming from there, but also a little bit disappointed in that fact, all things considered. But why don't we go over here? Let's go and cop all these things. We are currently at level 29, and hopefully level 30 will be coming our way today. But you know what will be coming our way today? We got about 4 of these coupons over here. So let me just go and open up. Or do I have 5? Oh, we got 5? Okay, can I get like one more? No, we're out. Okay, well, hopefully we'll be able to get another one. Let's get to popping some of these puppies open, because we still have to try and unlock our 3rd of the stop zombies, because you can have up to 3 of those at your base. So unless we have, let's go with the extremely rare weapon on blueprint too. That's pretty nifty. Unless we have the worst luck in the universe, we should be able to get this before we get another coupon. However, we only have 2 left, and there's 3 left. Let's go! And we got it. Now the question is, I wonder, okay, so once we get the final one, it replaces it with a C4. So that still makes these 6th anniversary packs pretty freaking valuable. I mean, the guaranteed reanimate every time is sick. Chance at the extremely rare weapon mod blueprint, multiple chances at a VSS. Factory parts of freaking car batteries, like is pretty good, all things considered. But why don't we go and let's get to slaying some of these zombies, and hopefully trying to make our way and finally unlocking the 2nd stage of this thing, because in order to unlock the 2nd preparation stage, we have to finish up the restoration stage. And also when we do that, we're gonna get a new junk repository decoration, which is gonna be like one of those like storage type decoration items that we could go ahead and put whatchamacallit back at base. But okie dokie artichoke, let's go ahead and whip out a little bit of that pistol drizzle and get to drizzling, baby. All right, and then once the drizzle's nice and wrapped up, don't you worry. We got this weatherman Star here. All right, this is the weather at 6, and there's rain coming. There's gonna be a lot of rain, and not just any type of rain. We're talking shotgun rain. But that's We'll come a little bit later. All right, for now, we just gotta go in and get the... oh, hello. I always forget that there's just the big dude lurking inside of the freaking bushes over there, man. Sneaky, dicky guy over here. We'll definitely want to go ahead and take him down and collect all the stuff that they are grabbing. And as we are doing that, hope everyone out there is having an absolutely freaking tastic day of the most basic variety that only keeps on getting better from here on out, whether that be from the video, bringing you a smile, bringing you a giggle, anything or everything like that. Does not matter to me how a little bit of joy can go ahead and make its way into your day today. I'm just crossing my fingers that I neatly do. That's exactly what that joy do, because nothing else brings a smile on my face like knowing that hopefully I might be able to bring one to yours in some way, a shape, a form, a fashion. And also gather around and shotgun rain to the lot of ya. We are, oh, hello. Okay, hold up. I accidentally mistimed that, but that's all right. Things added up pretty good. We finished up that little circular thing over there. But yeah, but seriously, nothing else brings a smile on my face like knowing that hopefully I can bring one to yours in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it just be from me crossing my fingers and trying to spread sending all the good vibes and positive energy y'all's way, or whether it's some of the nonsense that we're getting up to in Last Day on Earth, because we're always goofing and gaffing up around these parts, man, whether it be some high-octane action or whether it be the metaphorical equivalent of me slipping on a banana peel in Last Day on Earth. That's never happened to me, like on a literal banana peel, but metaphorically speaking, I've slipped out a lot of metaphorical bananas in my Last Day on Earth career, man, if you know what I'm talking about. But all right, let's go ahead and take down Georgie's a Joker over here, who's actually about to summon like a lot of freaking zombies. And what I would like to do is once all of these dudes get nice and summoned, brings them over this way so we can hit them with the big old blaster. Shotgun rain, some state drive. While others feel the pain. Shotgun rain. Oh, goodness gracious, that is just such a thing of beauty. What more beautiful sight than a special weapon skill mod just being able to blast away 10 zombies at the same time. There ain't a more beautiful thing, I tell you what. But oh, speaking of new decorations, another kind of hidden thing inside of this update, I'll try and highlight it once we make our way back to base, unless I forget, which maybe I will because I have the memory of a goldfish, well documented, is that the bookshelf decoration, you know, the one where I store my stockpiles of tickets, actually has unlocked an extra row. So it used to be like 2 rows, and it stacked up to 330. Now there's a 3rd row, and I believe they also changed it where you can put your laboratory cards inside of there as well, which is kind of a big deal because that's exactly what I kind of did with that extra row of storage. And let me tell you, man, I just love these essentially these decorative chests, if you think about it, you know, because that really is what they are. Like the junk repository, the repository that we're gonna get, it's like a chest that lets you stack certain items to the tippity top of the roof. And it looks cool while it's doing it. And also it doesn't count towards your chest limit, which I bump into constantly. I've actually had the maximum amount of chests forever, actually. But all right, we're about to be making our way into here. This is gonna be prime time for the drone and for Lexi. Just kidding, I have accidentally forgot that Lexi did not follow me into here, unfortunately. But why don't we go and activate the ability of the drone? Drone, do your thing. Come on, where you stand still and attack this ferocious bull a little bit more. Come on. Get to shooting the bull. Get to shooting the bull over here. I'm not trying to get, hit by him. Okay, I got hit by him, most unfortunate. I mean, I'm just trying to let the freaking drone do the heavy lifting, but you know what? I'm gonna start doing a little bit of lifting, bro. What can I say? I got my protein shake ready. It's time to lift. All right, it's lifting time. Oh, goodness gracious, this is actually really freaking bad because I need to get a weapon of some sort over here and shotgun rain. Back it up, bro. That was getting, okay, I mean, that was my fault. I had a pistol with low durability. I brought that upon myself, and you can tell that the music just got much less interesting, man. We're back to the default Last Day on Earth soundtrack because unfortunately, or fortunately, unless you get really sick of that song or whatever, once you finish kind of like all the like mini quests inside of the Forlorn Fair, like where there's still more looting to do, but once you kind of like do the little like enclosures, defeat Georgie the Joker, that type of stuff, it just, that's when you essentially know that you've kind of cleared all like the mini quests of the location, so to speak. But all right, let's get that little pistol drizzle back up into the rotation over here, and let's get to taking down a couple of these fast biters that are still gonna be chilling up in this corner. I hope that I did not forget any loot by some zombies, but knowing me, I probably did forget a zombie or two here, but that's all right. Not the end of the world. I should still have more than enough of these various items over here that we are going to be able to turn in. Let's go and get a pistol drizzling upon our floater bloater friend over there. We got a fast biter over there, and there should be just 2, 3 more. Okay, we got 2 more over here. I'm making a mental note now that I'll go ahead and actually loot up these dead bodies before I completely forget about that. And before you forget, you know what you also need to go ahead and do? Go to the link at the very tip of the top of the description, twitch.tv/Starsnipe. We're live every single Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, playing Last Out Earth, having a ball, having a blast, and kicking the weekend off right with the face cam on, with the live chat rolling, with some extra bonus Last Out Earth content coming your way in a bit of a different format, because y'all can literally watch live as we are playing Last Out Earth, and not just that, you can literally interact with me by chatting with me and everyone who's watching the stream. Y'all can see my face, see my reactions, see my intense levels of panic once I'm being chased by a walking zombie, a roaming zombie, the most terrifying enemy in all of Last Day on Earth. You can see all of that stuff happening live, which does make for a pretty fun time if you ask me. And let's just go ahead and get to turning in some of this stuff. And ooh-wee! We are getting close, baby. We are so freaking close to getting that, and we will get that. Don't you worry about that. But with that, I do believe that does wrap it up for our little forlorn fair adventure today. Let's go ahead and make our way back to base now, because we do still have this new electronics lab / table that we gotta go ahead and get to crafting, like I was saying. But yeah, also whatchamacallit, with that stream as well, if you don't know what time that starts in your local time zone, twitch.tv/Starsnipe/schedule, also a link in the top of the description and in the pinned comment. We'll be able to help you out, because time zones can definitely be confusing, but that link will let you know what time that it's starting in your own local time zone. And once you know what time that it's starting in your own local time, that's the same time that we are starting every single week, same time, same place, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, playing Last Day on Earth and having a blast, having a ball over there at twitch.tv/Starsnipe. So looking forward to seeing some of you boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, over there. Whether it's returning, coming on back for the 500th week in a row, or you're coming for the very first week. Can't wait to see you. It's gonna be a ball, and it's gonna be a blast. And oh, really quickly, before I get to crafting up this electronics lab table, I just want to show you what I'm talking about with this thing right over here. As you can see, there's now a third row, and I've just filled it chock full of some of our extra laboratory cards, because it just makes perfect sense to put them there. And it's a thing of beauty. But now if we go ahead and wander our way into the crafting menu, another thing that I want to highlight is that the crafting, not only are there new recipes we got to go over, but they've also updated things a little bit, because now there's actually subsections where you can literally look at all these various subsections at once. And it's kind of like an easier way instead of having to scroll through the entire freaking page. If you know that, oh, I want to craft a weapon, boom, you go to the weapon category. It's a lot easier to find, because there's not really much scrolling that you have to do. We're like, oh, I know that I want to craft a hatchet, or like a earth drill, or some sort of harvesting tool. Well, boom, right over here, or medical supplies, you know? It's just freaking awesome like that. And speaking of freaking awesome, before we get to the new recipe that I want to go ahead and craft via the electronics lab, I do actually want to go ahead and highlight a few other additions that occurred as well. So if you guys follow me over into here, the hand pump no longer requires titanium. So I already crafted one of these bad boys. You're just able to fill up on empty water bottles with it, essentially. And it used to cost titanium, like 10 or 15 of it. It now costs no titanium. You do need pipes though, which you probably are gonna have to get from the laboratory. I mean, that's the main way you get pipes. I can't remember off the top of my head if you're gonna be able to get pipes from anywhere else. If anyone does recall and I'm just forgetting, let me know in that comment section down below. I'm sure everyone would appreciate it. But I'm pretty sure that you're really only gonna be able to get the pipes from the laboratory over at the port. But at least you finally have a usage for pipes, so that's kind of cool. And then another recipe that also was changed is the earth drill over here on the harvesting side. Kind of similar. No longer do you require titanium to craft this thing, which actually is huge, because that was such a pain in the butt, because what you could do is take the manual earth drill up to the north to the dead island and use it there to harvest some raw titanium. But you had to use refined titanium to craft the manual earth drill. So essentially, by doing this change, you're gonna be able to get a lot more titanium bang for your buck when you craft an earth drill and go and harvest titanium, because instead of having to spend some of that titanium to craft more earth drills, now you just keep all the titanium, which is kind of huge. It is still steel, which is kind of pricey, but it's better than titanium. If you're crafting the dang thing, you need titanium. So it's nice that you don't have to use more titanium to collect more titanium. It's just gonna be a lot more efficient for the titanium gatherers out there. Now, luckily, ladies and gentlemen, you've come to the right place, because I am a hoarder at heart, okay? I hoard like nobody's business, and as a result of that, we have all the resources we need right off the rip to go ahead and craft this thing, which is another reason why you gotta make sure you are subscribed with that notification bell up, because as soon as things do come to Last Day on Earth, we are showing them off absolutely ASAP so y'all can see them in action, and also keeping y'all in the loop with all future things coming to Last Day on Earth as well. But wabang, the electronics lab, let's craft it. I hope there's not a second stage I need to build, because that would be very annoying. And also, what type of floor do we need to put this on? Only a stone floor, kind of surprising. I was expecting something a little bit pricier. Now, when it comes to actually throwing this thing down somewhere, where do we want to put the electronics lab? Dude, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it would be kind of cool. Let's go ahead. Let's throw it in the garage. That'll be like our little like workshop type area. We got like all these like, you know, components and stuff here anyway, all these spare parts. We can have the electronics lab in here. We got the acid bath. I like it. This is gonna be a high-tech garage that I just have to finish upgrading to steel so it matches the rest of the garage, but I digress. And all right, also really quickly, just gonna go ahead and like move these guys over as well so it just looks a little bit cleaner. And voila, the electronics lab is ours, ladies and gentlemen. So why don't we go ahead and access it and see what the electronics lab has in store for me. Now, if we look at all the recipes over here, they can be considered a little bit on the pricey side. And actually, for the first time ever, gold is useful. Although I do hear that gold is also useful inside of the drone upgrade workbench that we are still working towards crafting. But you can now actually use gold to craft electronic circuits if you are desperate enough. But if you're crafting the electronics lab, I don't know how much you're really gonna need electronic circuits. But if you're short on wire for some odd reason, you can also craft some of that. Explosive material, which currently you can only use in a really expensive recipe to make C4, is also possible, but ridiculously expensive. Not sure I would recommend that. We have the ability to craft a car battery. You do require 20 lead plates though, and the main purpose of the car battery is really to build your ATV, which you really do require to craft lead plates or collect lead plates at a high rate, which also makes this a very expensive recipe. And then this one, also very, very expensive, man. The flight controller, which you can actually get from, you need this actually to craft your drone initially. You can get this from doing the laboratory and fighting some of the bosses, primarily the Carrion Mark 7 and the Carrion Mark 8 or whatever, the Sector A2 and B2 bosses. Or you could use 20 titanium, 10 high-tech components, 5 electronic circuits, and 10 fiberglass. Again, I don't know if that's worth it, man. I really don't know, which is kind of a bummer. I don't think any of these recipes are really worth it, dude, unless you're like super desperate. But if you're desperate enough, man, instead of dropping 20 titanium, unless all of a sudden you just got a crazy, I mean, 10 of these high-tech components too, it's just a tough sell to me. So it's hard to justify crafting any of these, in my opinion, but it's pretty cool having the electronics lab here. So I am incredibly conflicted, actually. But anyways, I do digress. And also, you know what I'm gonna go ahead and do? Just gonna go ahead and do like a quick little shuffle here with how the stuff is organized. I think that looks a little bit better. We got this thing there, we got these things, we got that thing against that wall, acid bath. I'll just build like the door over here, and that'll be looking pretty clean if you ask me. But oh, and we can go and throw down the third one of these bad boys. You know what I do want to do, which also is going to take a little bit of you know what? I'll just go ahead and do it now. Let's go and chop this bad boy down. We do get the seedling back, so don't worry, because that is a very nice seedling. Because what I do want to do is actually move this over there, right? And we're gonna go ahead and upgrade this bad boy a few times. We are going to take the turret, move that bad boy over. Do you not want to move, sir? Is the stump still in the way technically? Okay. Well, that's really annoying. Well, all right. Well, temporarily, I'll put the turret in my office. We need that stump to get out of here. I'm pretty sure it'll despawn here in the not too distant future. But what I do want to do is go ahead, delete us some of these walls and floors. And then what we are instead going to do is make this our other kind of like turret type encampment / enclosement. Because, and then what we're gonna also do is move the Sakura seedling over here. I can't put it there! Dang, well, all right, that's a minor little bummer. I'll go ahead and just like move this thing here for now then, because I really do want this, because I think it's gonna look cool. We will throw that little tree over there. And we'll have that tree growing there, that tree growing there, and then I gotta grab this thing. And now we can go ahead and throw down this third little barrier over here, and voila! I can't actually step through here, although hilariously enough, the motorcycle can fit through this stuff, but I digress with that. And really quickly, just go ahead and like upgrade this stuff over here so you gotta get like an idea of what I was thinking of with this type of stuff. And this is essentially what I was thinking. This is kind of like what I was going for, and I'm pretty happy with how this is going to turn out. I'm just going to shuffle this bad rock over there, and voila. We have this nice little like blockade, and the idea is this is kind of like the front door to our base, and then I'll be able to hold off the zombies behind the fences and take them down. I don't know. I just think this looks aesthetically very cool. I'm happy with it. Hopefully y'all are too. And of course, we gotta appreciate, I planted a ton more of these if you didn't notice, our lovely little courtyard here. But all right, enough just gushing over my base. We got a date with the transport hub, baby. And now with our inventory chock full of the weaponry we are gonna need as we go and face some of these new enemies. Actually, hold on. No. There's one more weapon I need. One more. It's one of the armor-piercing variety. Usually just a neutralizer is enough to do the trick. Yes, sir. We'll go ahead and continue doing that exact same trick, and then making our way over here into the customization, clicking that one button and applying all of our saved presets to the gun. Seriously, I am still so happy that that is a thing, because you do not understand how obnoxious that stuff can get, man. Instead of just having to go through like 20 different weapons and apply all of my favorite mods to them one at a time, clicking one button, doing it to all of them at the same time. What's there not to love? A trick question, nothing. Because everything is lovable about that. Now onwards to the transportation hub we go, where hopefully, oh, you know what else I almost forgot about because it's been so forgettable lately? New season. I actually maybe mentioned this in the last video, but it's literally just like so inconsequential nowadays that I also probably forgot. Oh, and also we gotta make our way over into the anniversary bonuses. Wabang! And claim our day 2 reward. And I think because I waited to claim day 2, I'm like, I still might be able to claim everything right in the nick of time because we still got like 5 days left. So I should still be able to claim the next 5 prizes. But I think you do have to go in and claim them one at a time because I have been logging in over the past few days, but I still only have 1 prize. So make sure that you do that because otherwise you may or may not miss out. But yeah, the new season started too, but it's the same season as we've had for like the past 5 seasons. So nothing crazy. It's really the same thing. Same prizes, level 33s where you can get the 3 extremely rare weapon mod blueprints. Highly recommend trying to at least grind up to that. It is on the free-to-play side, which is pretty great. That's kind of like the big one that sticks out, but otherwise, yeah, it's the same as the prior seasons. Really, the only big deal is that it reset, so you got another opportunity to go ahead and start getting some stuff your way. Okay. Well, there we go. Now that we have covered the epicness of the new season, plot twist, it wasn't very epic, man. I miss my seasons, although I will say I'm not all hate, okay? Because I don't like to hate. I'm a pretty positive guy. It is definitely nice that these infinite packs that exist do let you grab skins that you have missed out on in the past. I do appreciate that. I'm just bummed because back in the day, season passes actually used to have new skins. New outfits, new backpack skins, new motorcycle skins, new furniture for our base. They no longer have those things, you know, but it is what it is. Onwards and upwards, baby. We will chug along, all right, because there is nonsense that we have got to get to, and gosh darn it, we're gonna get nonsensical up in here. Now let's just go and take down this little fast router right over there. There you can see the beauty of my handiwork, my construction over there as we went ahead and built that little bridge. Oh, baby, and we got a shotgun raid coming our way. Gosh darn, man, it's such a thing of beauty. It's got me singing. I don't sing. I don't know how to sing, but man, I'm hitting those vocal cords, I tell you. All right, now let's go ahead and make our way inside of the premise where there are going to be some very angry police officers that we need to teach a lesson, and then there's going to be a very hungry police officer beating up the vending machine, but you just gotta show the vending machine love and care, and voila, all of its secrets will be yours. That's what loving and caring gets you, baby. It also gets you some fast routers trying to run up your freaking behind, but guess what? I was prepared. All right. Listen, I'm ready to take down the vending machines. I'm ready to cover my bouteille from impending zombies. I am as prepared as they come. Call me a doomsday prepper. Let's go and definitely get a little AK over there in that one slot, though, because this is actually the part where we are going to face some, like, slightly annoying enemies, including our friend. Yeah, there he is. There he is. He's not actually our friend. It's all a plot twist. The acid melter. And we are going to try and lure him up into here. And we are going to sidestep him. Also, I am just wearing my normal tactical armor still. Usually when we fight the boss, I do try to throw on something a little bit more protective, but this should do. I have confidence in my abilities. Some might say so confident actually that before I actually risk it for the biscuit and potentially fight some more acid melters, why don't we just go and fight the boss first? Because I'm not scared of fighting any zombie here naked, except for him. I am definitely a little bit terrified of fighting the boss naked because the boss does a lot of damage. But actually, before we do that, before we get around to the boss, and then we still got to get around to the new enemies too. I have not forgotten. I made a promise there are new enemies. Unless, for some reason, they don't spawn in, because that would be hilarious, because then I would look like a complete and utter dingus. But they should be spawning in, because I have seen them, and I would like to show them to you, because I think it would be very cool. Oh, no. I forget, man. You gotta walk up those freaking stairs, ladder stairs, ready to go. Because, man, as soon as they see you, those toxic darters are, excuse the pun, darting at you. They are running up in your beeswax absolutely ASAP. And they do 40 damage guaranteed. Doesn't matter rain or shine. Doesn't matter freezing or middle of the desert heat outside. Doesn't matter if you're wearing impenetrable armor or, okay. Good thing I healed there. That might have gotten out of hand. Yeah. AKA, doesn't matter what the situation is. Each one of their spit does 40 damage. Which that means that 3 hits will kill you. Ooh, a motorcycle mag. That might be the first time I've actually gotten that from here. Let's go, I'll take that. That's nifty. I'll take that. Oh, there's an acid melter in here. I did say that I wanted to try to avoid the acid melters before I fought the boss. Well, goes to show, I'm a thinking man, all right? I think a lot. You know, they might, but it doesn't seem like they're always the best thoughts. Anyways, let's go and make our way up into here. Sidestep the acid melter a little bit, play a little bit of ring around the rosy, because the special behavior of the acid melter in here, because it feels like everywhere you encounter the acid melter, the behavior is different. The behavior here is that, at least from what I've seen, he will only spit at you, and he does not do anything else. Literally only spits at you. Whereas in the laboratory, he'll always spit at you first, but then eventually he'll do like some melee attacks. And Bunker Bravo, I don't believe the acid melter spits first. I think he usually tries to hit you with a little bit of an attack before he kind of swaps over to that. But all right, we are going to have some a lot of explosives going on. Things are getting very explosive over here. And we are going to try to get a little bit of separation from you guys, because I would like to not be in the blast radius, because as fun as explosives are, I like to not get caught in them. Also, I gotta be careful not to accidentally step into that water, because it is electrified. Put the shield down, Riot Zombie, that you are only delaying the inevitable, which is all that you are good at doing, which is why I hate meeting you in Bunker Bravo, because delays are the one thing you cannot afford there, because there's literally a glorified timer on each floor, and if you take too long, you just start dying, and there's no way around that. Now, how about my way into some drone parts? Can we get that? Yes, sirski. We could get a little bit of that, and some fiberglass. Ooh, and some carbon composites, some more lenses. I love this place, man, seriously. Like, on top of unlocking the drone upgrade bench, you just get good loot all around from this place, dude. The vibe's immaculate. There's no other way of describing it. Now, you know what we're gonna go ahead and do over here? Make our way into there, sidestep you, bada bing, bada boom, see you later, alligator. Water is deactivated, so once we go ahead and loot this up, get a little bit more loot. Another lens, oh, lovely. We could go ahead and start making our way up into here. This is where we could turn in some blueprints if we wanted to, but I don't have any at the moment. Please leave a message after the beep, beep. And, sorry, this answering box is full. Please try again later. All right, that's the type of day that we're talking about. Now, let's go and see what's inside of this little junk in this trunk. Anything, I mean, it's junk. I don't know what I was expecting. I literally called it. It was just junk in the trunk. But hey, sometimes you gotta check the trunk, because you never know. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I think I heard that in SpongeBob one time. And you know what? It's a good life lesson to learn by. He was #1, gosh darn it. Any zombies up inside of here? No, they're already taken care of. All right, well, let's go over, oh, kitty cat, to the docks section of this, where we are going to be able to encounter some salty sea sailors that we got to go ahead and take on down, because they also do have vampiric abilities if they hit you, from what I recall. So I would like to not get hit by them. No, thank you. And we also now have to figure out which of the crates we want to open first, because there is going to be a chest inside of one of them. There's going to be a boss and another one, and the third one's kind of random. You never really know what's going to spawn in that one. It can be one of many things. Now the question is, where is the chest? And okie dokie, it is spawning in here, because I can see that chest freaking... Dog, that chest so thick. Look at that dump truck just sticking on out of the back of the crate. Gosh darn, that's a thick chest. Now let's go and take down that pale zombie right over there, and let's make our way and see what we have inside of this little crate for me. Oh baby, more shotgun raid and 5 high-tech components, a little bit of gunpowder. Dude, how can you not love the stuff that this freaking place drops, man? I will circle back for some of the stuff because my inventory is a little bit full at the moment. Please leave a message after the beep. But I'll go in and grab some of this stuff. But yeah, I mean, anti-rads, like seriously, like so many of these materials, I mean, they can literally actually help you do Bunker Bravo runs and kind of stock up for that, which is always going to have some value if you ask me, because you want to definitely be prepared for Bunker Bravo runs, not just going to be prepared for some of the zombies that are gonna come crawling out of the poop deck, and we're gonna send them right back to the poop deck, or actually to Davy Jones' locker. And here's a note that we've seen many times before: we can't stay here any longer. Creatures from the containers left us completely terrified. Fortunately, he has come, and he suggests we go to New Eden. He says it's paradise. So again, one of many hints inside of the drone update, further hinting towards New Eden, something that we've been getting hinted at for a long time. Long story short, I'm still convinced, because this is a boat on the southern shore. There's a note on the boat saying to go to New Eden. Bro, the signs continue to point to New Eden being the Charlie of bunkers. And it says there's a crawler in here, so kind of figure that the boss is not going to spawn in there. Another kitty cat. There's so many freaking kitty cats here. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see what happens with New Eden stuff, man, because not only do we have the suburb location revealed during the drone update, again, more references to New Eden. Like, things are seriously, I mean, for lack of better words, they're just getting interesting, man. And this is stuff that I cannot wait to see how it unfolds, because, bro, call me a fan of origami. I want to see how this stuff unfolds. It's going to get interesting. Now, are we going to be fighting the miner or the butcher today? Hello, butcher. How are you doing? This guy is super annoying, because I believe he has got an update where he will repeatedly attempt to heal himself after he gets to a certain threshold of health. I believe it's around like 500 or so. So what we want to do is lure him as far away from there as possible. Also getting him to do some of those like normal attacks, not a bad idea either. I mean, we're chipping away at his health pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. But yeah, I mean, this truck over here actually is a pretty good one. Just go ahead and play a little bit of Ring Around the Rosie. Very easy. Get some shots off, do some running, and honestly, it's like essentially once you get to like the end of the long straight, like over here, and then like he's turning the corner, you got a few seconds, easy peasy, to go ahead and do some damage. Of course, Lexi is taking this opportunity to capitalize and you know, nibble at his feet a little bit too, which is always highly appreciated. And come on, make your way over here, my friend. Beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, I mean, I do like this truck for that reason. It just gives you plenty of time to do some running. You don't have to worry about the butcher catching you. Now, if this is the miner, different story, because the miner is absolutely cracked when it comes to the damage he's able to unfold. And now we want to try and cover as much room as possible here, because the butcher is going to go back and start healing, and we do not want the butcher to be healing. He's going to probably get away with some heals, but yeah, man, the butcher's going to do some heals. He's going to go take down some turkeys, do some healing. We want to take this opportunity to pump him full of as many bullets as humanly possible, because he's going to be doing a lot of that stuff, and then we want to go ahead and lure him back over this way. Continue dishing out as much damage as we can to him. Lexi is on her last leg, man. Lexi's getting tired. I did also, it appears, summon the wrath of a nearby zombie or something along those lines. Let's go and take you down, compadre. Also, no, he's circling back. Get back here, dude. No! I freaking hate him for this, man. Like, the butcher is so obnoxious. Ever since they updated, it used to be a lot easier, but I believe they actually buffed him about like 500 health, and as a result, he also does try to heal himself more than he used to, and it's just annoying because, like, man, it's just a lot harder to kill than it was before. Like, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at him, look at him, look at him. And also, I might want to go and actually throw in like another quick little AK-47 here. Oh no, not that one, not that one. There we go. Okay, I'll throw that one in. Ow, he's gonna hit me. Oh, he's farting. He's farting. Get out of here, dude. I get that that was a delicious turkey sandwich you just had, but come on, brother. Don't do that to me. And again, he starts turning and burning again, but hopefully we'll be able. I think we got this. I think we got this. He should not be able to get any more heals off by the time he kills the turkey and starts eating its meat. I think we should have this guy nice and taken care of. Get the heck back here, you butcher. Get the heck back here. I'm twiddling down. You're freaking out. That's right. Don't you turn that corner on me. I'm taking you down too, turkey. All right. Happy early Thanksgiving. And voila. That is what we are looking for, my friend. That is a thing of beauty. A wonderful, wunderbar little terminal card that we're going to be able to plug on in and start collecting some delicious loot. Hopefully, some of the copper wire, some iron rods, and some iron frames. 3 of the new items that are quintessential in A, finishing up the drone quest and unlocking the suburbs, and B, building the drone upgrade bench. 2 things that I am still trying to do because I have just had not good luck when it comes to getting the right boxes. But all right, as you can see, you can't see anything yet. We're gonna go change that by scanning some of these things, taking down some zombies, and overall, having a ball, having a blast, and then fighting those new zombies that I was talking about. I did not forget, there are some new things at the transport hub we gotta go and show. We do still have to throw the, it's so annoying, man. We do still have to throw the freaking drone into that secondary slot. Oh no, bro. We got the bad crate. Are you kidding me right meow? Get it? Because there's a couple kittens at this, I'm just trying to mask the pain with dad humor. I'm sorry, man. There's a couple of cats at the port. I digress. No, that's... If you guys don't know, the second crate has one of 2 symbols. You can either see some tool icons on it or the gear icons on it. The gear icons are... Woo, don't hit me. Are the ones that you do not want to get because they are not going to have the new copper wire, iron rod items, etc., etc. Now, what we are going to do here, though, is throw down that. That will be very necessary. Walk down these stairs. And I don't know if you just saw in the minimap, but a lot of things... Oh, I hate fighting all these Carrions at once, man. Absolutely obnoxious. A bunch of things just crawled out of, like, that blob or whatever. So essentially what happens is that when the blob that spawns in... I hate fighting 3 of these guys at once, man. Absolutely obnoxious. Okay, there you go. Oh, no, 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 no. That was almost really bad. So that blob that spawns in is, essentially... explodes and births babies. And yeah, you guys will see what I'm talking about. But when we were walking by, if you don't know, rewind the video. Yeah, there are the babies. Oh, 4 of you guys. Yeah, no. Did I bring a shotgun, range shotgun? I did not. Fast Rodder, where the heck did you come from? Goodness gracious, man. These fast rodders, seriously, come out of nowhere sometimes. The Carrions, by the way, did not drop, like, anything, man. Like, none of the Carrions actually dropped any tickets, dude. Man. Sometimes I complain that they only drop green and yellow tickets. Today, they didn't drop a darn tootin' thing. What the heck, brother? You know, whatever. It is what it is. Onwards and upwards. We will continue trucking through. But, yeah. That, like, little blob that y'all saw essentially blows up and births parasites, one in each direction, and they start chasing after you. And the blob disappears. So, I'm not sure if that was a glitch and that was supposed to be happening all along. But whatever it is, it did start happening in the anniversary update, and those enemies are actually spawning in now. So those are some new enemies at the transport hub that you do need to be aware of, because if you're not aware of it, man, I don't know, those 4 parasites could sneak up on you, and 4 parasites can do some damage. So you definitely want to be a little bit cautious there, and boom, baby, keep on running up. The lenses, 4 of them so far. Hot diggity dog. Also, speaking of hot diggity dog type moments, because of the fact that we got the garbage crate for our second crate, that means that it's probably, we're gonna be able to pop open the 4th crate that usually I don't pop open. Because, well, I mean, usually I wanna be grabbing the best stuff. But now that we don't have the good crate spawning in, that means that we can kind of like back things up and open up the 4th crate, which is going to be really good because I know that y'all definitely want to see that in action. And so do I. I do want to see what the 4th crate does have to offer. This one does have the Genesis symbol on it, which does mean that it is going to be a Genesis/laboratory type crate. Once we open it up, you guys will see what I'm talking about. The stuff inside is just going to be, it's going to remind you guys of the stuff that we drop out of the laboratory. But first, we got this Genesis symbol crate to open on up with some hydraulic parts. We got, ooh, little drone replacement battery. Can never go wrong with that. And some anti-rad pills, yada, yada, yada. Let's go and put that away. Definitely grab that thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll put the first aid kits away for the time being and grab, actually, no, I'll keep the first aid kits. I'll come back for the sulfur. I mean, I got plenty of time for the location despawn, so no worries. Don't stress, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take care of it, all right? But I'll do that on my time, because your time is valuable. I understand this. Let's go and put it to good use, because we've got a date with it. With a glorified claw machine, essentially, and we're gonna pick one of the 4 crates. Sounds like a great date, I know, but we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna open it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great crate date. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So this is what I'm talking about here. This is just more like more vehicle parts. I think GM, like General Motors, is that maybe what it stands for? The unknown shipper one is interesting because we can get the transport hub music, which I am slightly interested in. But I do want to show off the 4th crate in action. We got the bad crate for the 2nd one, so let's go ahead and pop on open the Genesis crate. We can get drone blueprints, which is always nice, crane keys, and like just overall pretty good stuff. Plenty of armor-piercing weapons too, and y'all see what I'm talking about. Loot that definitely reminds you of our friends over at the Port Laboratories. Let's go ahead and get to popping this puppy open, and without further ado, bada bang, bada boom! Look at all of that right there. I will take everything. I'll just grab whatever I can into my inventory right away. We're definitely taking the crane key, because that's awesome. Let's go and organize this, by the way, too. We got 3 armor-piercing weapons and a crane key that we 1000% want to grab. So what I'm gonna do is temporarily put some stuff into storage. Just want to maximize our loot here that we are working with. Yeah, just gonna temporarily put a few things here. I will circle back for this stuff because this is valuable stuff that I do not want to leave behind. But temporarily, I will be doing that because there's a lot of stuff in that chest that I also want to grab. Very conflicting, I know. But you 3 are coming with me. You are definitely coming with me. Love some of that we can recycle for titanium. And then outside of that, mate, I mean, the energy cells, always useful, always valuable. And why don't we go ahead and go with the catalysts as well. And then for the rest of the stuff, I will come back. Bit bummed we only got hazmat armor. I think I got Seaburn armor out of this before. But anyways, I digress, because there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. A bit of a further deep dive into the 6th anniversary event. Some of these kind of like hidden things that were included. And yeah, just a bunch of that stuff in action. And the good news is that in the next video, ladies and gentlemen, we will be able to unlock the next phase of the Forlorn Fair, Stage 2. We'll finally be able to see that in action, which I am actually so freaking excited for, man, because I don't know. And also we'll be able to get that new decoration. There's gonna be a lot of cool things, but I'm really excited to finally get to see the 2nd stage of that fair, because man, I've been looking forward to that for a while. But anyways, I digress, because with that said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's gonna start breaking down to this episode of Last Day on Earth. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.